Welcome! Today I'm checking out subreddit. Basically, I want to check out how much redditors have some actual idea about relationships. I don't have very high hopes, but you never know, maybe we will find some good stories. So let's dive in. Don't forget to make yourself cozy, get some tea or coffee, or yeah, just use this as background when you clean or cook. I do that all the time, to be honest. Let's see which case you think will be the most extreme. You can judge how well I handled it and if you would give some better advice. I'm open to any feedback. Okay, let's see what we have here. This one looks interesting. My boyfriend, 23 male, told me he was putting me in place after a small comment. I, 22 female, don't think someone who loves you says that. Well, just from the title, it seems like kind of toxic dynamics, so let's see what we have here. We've had arguments before, but this one really messed with my head. So I made a harmless comment the other day. I told my boyfriend he kinda had a marathon runner body. Not as an insult, just a light comment. Wait, marathon runner body, what does it even mean? Does it mean like thin but muscular? That it's not like you're not really buffed, but more like it's more subtle, I guess. He got annoyed, but I thought it was over. The next day, I told him I had gone to the gym and ended up vomiting twice. It was a rough session. What is going on here? Like, are these two kind of freaking out about their body? What is going on? I don't think you are supposed to vomit after, especially twice after going to gym, but I'm not such a gym bro, I'm not a pro, so let me know in the comments if that's normal. Instead of checking in on me, he brought up my comment from the night before and threw it in my face. You say I look like a marathon runner, but you can't even handle one workout. How often do you even go to the gym? Oh my god, there's so much resentment. That's crazy first reaction. Then he said something that made my stomach drop. I'm not comparing, I'm just putting you in your place. I don't even know how to describe how that felt. It was condescending, disrespectful, and it felt like he needed to win something at my expense. Well, I don't know what is going on here, but it seems like this really hurt his ego when she told him he has marathon runner body. I don't know if they addressed it after that. I mean, she said he thought it was over. I think if you see that good, like if someone gets hurt, you should address it, because I guess we should take responsibility for how we make other feel, even though we maybe didn't mean it like that. So, but yeah, that's very rough first reaction. Anyway, to make it worse, we had talked about how I love cherries the day before, and in the middle of this argument, he goes, "You know what? I'm not getting you cherries, you don't deserve them. What am I, a kid being punished?" Bro, he really got hurt. I'm currently thinking of breaking up with him because I've reached a point where it's just too much. I don't think a man who truly loves a woman can treat her like that or talk to her like that. Well, before we check the comments, I think he's really, I don't know, holding a grudge against her. I don't know if this is like more long term or if this is just all caused by the marathon runner body. Like, if yes, then his ego is very fragile, so anyway, I guess it's good if the relationship ends. And yeah, if not, I guess they should kind of work like on figuring out their communication skills and trying not to hurt each other. Like, why are they like treating each other like enemies consistently? I mean, that must be really exhausting. Okay, let's check the comments. Put him in his place as you shut the door on him. Well, yeah, to be honest, he would deserve that after that comment. Time to go, yeah, I guess I would agree with that. Dominant masculinity red flag. Putting you in your place means he's in charge and you dare to defy him. So it's just a matter of time before the abuse escalates. Do not date men like this. I mean, even if he got hurt, right, he should have communicated that clearly, like, you hurt me by what you said. I don't know, maybe he's insecure, but yeah, I guess it's just gonna continue like that because he can't just say, "Oh, I got hurt by a comment." It would be very nice if people learn to communicate openly what hurt them or what not, right? So if you have issues with it, please try to be open, because it's really exhausting when you have to like guess what is going on. Yeah, they tend to be low EQ, lacking empathy and self-awareness, immature. Yeah, I guess I really agree with the immaturity. Yeah, I think some things are a little bit projecting, but men who are secure, intelligent, humble, relationship focused, mature, and emotionally intelligent, just healthy behavior, right? We don't want the other person to suffer for. Yeah, basically, you shouldn't want the other person, the relationship, suffer and condition in any cases, ideally. Yeah, well done for immediately realizing that this is a bad situation to be in. I mean, those are all valid points, but why does no one mention, like, go talk to him, like, tell him that directly? I would argue about this, like, very hardly, but yeah, that's me. I'm kind of blunt when it comes to these things. Oh yeah, okay. 6 days ago, I turned my partner into parasite and now I resent. This one looks also juicy, so let's dive in. I, 26 female, turned my 28 male partner into parasite and now I resent him for it. I'm a naturally giving person, meaning I do all I can to satisfy my partners. Long day at work, I will take off your shoes and rub your feet. Your favorite band is in the city, I get us tickets already, don't mention it. You asked me to come over, I brought your favorite snacks and drinks. You are coming over, I made you food. Okay, yeah, so there's a thing about these things. Like, when you really do such nice things regularly, you actually condition the other person to think it's normal. That's actually what my lecturer said. If you want some things to feel as a reward, you need to like do them only, not consistently. You need to do them sometimes, because then it becomes the norm. And then when it's missing, the other person feels like, what's going on? Like, it's punishment, like, why are you not doing it when you always do it? So careful, because you can spoil the other person like this very quickly. I'm not saying don't be nice to the other person, but I'm saying careful, yeah, careful, like, don't overdo it. Yeah, basically, also, like, why would you love bomb some other person in the beginning of relationship? The person gets used to it, and then what? Like, then they will think you stop loving them or something when you get to your norm, and the relationship will run like on your normal mode. So just don't fake it, okay? And also, yeah, but I got a little bit off track with this. Okay, so let's continue. I can't help it. I grew up poor and never had a room of my own, not even a bed. I know what it's like to go to bed with an empty stomach and pretend to be on a diet so people don't notice that you actually can't afford lunch. So when I love someone, I do everything I can to make their lives easier. My partner comes from a neglected single mother who ended up passing at a young age. It took a very long time for him to feel comfortable enough to share anything that was going on with his life, because that's what he was taught at a young age. However, in the last half year that he finally became comfortable enough to receive my care, it went from being hesitant to expect certain things all the time. Yeah, guys, that's what I said. Basically, it becomes the norm. Like, you just condition the other person. It's like that basic behavior psychology, Pavlov's conditioning. Yeah, I see that, like, she's coming from some bad background, some very tough background. And yeah, it might be quite difficult to healthily navigate relationships, especially you just want them to work out. And it seems she's really doing her best. Yeah, it feels like the partner is avoidant in this sense. I don't know, let's see how it goes further. All I wanted was to be a reliable shoulder to my partner, someone who would have his back when needed and someone who I could rely on as well. But somehow now I'm having to pick up and drop him off everywhere because he can't afford his car anymore. Sometimes he will ask me to stop at the drive-thru and after ordering pretend to be on his phone and expect for me to pay. Last week he asked me to send him an Uber because his card declined and he had a shift to go to. I picked him up once he got out and to my surprise he asked if we could make a stop at Walmart because he was in the mood for snacks. With what money? Mine? Writing it down, I'm embarrassed and to an extent guilty that maybe I'm overreacting because it's just the fact that things that were meant as a gesture or favor suddenly became expected and none of them are reciprocated. Sometimes not even thanked for. Oh my god, that sounds exhausting. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. Why did he stop paying for everything? Well, yeah, I saw some people turn like that. Yeah, you basically spoil them, you show the good hand, that you're there for them no matter what. But unfortunately, some people take it for start to abuse it basically after some time. And of course, so that I don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video. In the future, we are gonna talk about a lot of different topics in depth, and you don't want to miss out on that. So yeah, thank you. The thing is, I could blame this entirely on him, but this is not the first partner that changes entirely after I act caring towards them. My last partner did the same thing to the point where he would be upset if I bought stuff with my own money because, I can't cover my car bill this month. I don't get it. How is it that I end up being my partner's mother when I don't even want kids? How can I stop this? I'm so heartbroken. I feel like I run people and condition them into becoming their most dependent version, and I hate myself for it. Well, she even mentioned the conditioning, like props for that. Well, secondly, I'm not surprised you don't want to be mother or have kids after you have to basically mother people, your partners, but I don't know what's her like history, if she also had to mother people when she was young, because yeah, probably doesn't come from very like loving family or neglectful family, or she was often when you come from some poor background, very poor background, it kind of is some form of it could act or very much contribute to some form of abuse. I feel sorry for this woman, and yeah, I think she's getting to it. I mean, there's a lecture to learn, and that is that you basically can't spoil the people around you. You need to treat them as equals and as adults, as people who are working on their own. Because, yeah, if you treat them differently, who wouldn't want to kind of have everything taken care of? I mean, ideally, you should find someone who wouldn't regress like that. Today, with the stress and everything going on, everyone likes to take a break if they can, right? So let's check the comments. You've been loving people in the way you wish someone had loved you, so fully, selflessly, without condition. The instinct comes from a good place, but it's also tied to survival. You learn that you need to earn people's love by proving yourself and anticipating their needs before they are voiced. And because of that, you keep attracting people who are drawn to your emotional labor but not ready to match it. Well, I'm not sure if someone should actually match this. I feel like she should more value, just put more energy into yourself. I understand how badly it sounds because I know this. Like, I used to be the same. In general, with friends and like some first relationship. Yeah, what I would recommend is that basically the love that you have for other person, especially like if you come from some neglectful background, it will never be matched, probably never. Those girls that went through this, they love like no one else, they will care as no one else, and the issue is probably they will not meet someone who can match it, or they maybe can, but if they are very healthy they will say like, don't worry, I'm fine, I have it for myself. So I don't think the point is to match it, but it's true that maybe she tries to fulfill something she didn't get herself to give it to them. You're just giving so much that they don't have to step up. That's not on you, but it's on you to stop allowing it. Yeah, that's valid. Going forward, stop leading with how much you can give. Lead with how much they are willing to meet you halfway. Pay attention to who shows up without being asked and takes initiative and offers. And when someone reveals they're comfortable benefiting from your care without reciprocating it, believe them and walk away. You're not here to fix anyone, you're here to be loved properly. That's nice point, I think, that yeah, watch how others act. It's just that I feel like you could theoretically some average person turn into this if you really spoil them. So guys, just don't spoil them, okay? Spoil yourself. Yeah. If this keeps happening, yeah, might be time to reflect, of course. A lot of responses. Couple things. First, if you start dating someone and they let you do all that stuff without ever reciprocating in other ways and showing lots of appreciation, that's a red flag. That's only going to get worse. Yeah, I mean, that's valid if just the other person doesn't feel the need. Like, I mean, once it gets over the top, either you should like, okay, try to match it, and at some point you realize, okay, this is crazy, so try to stop the other person, but just not let it go forever. That's torture, to be honest. I feel so bad for her. Second, there's a level of giving that can feel like it's trying to bribe the other person into liking you. It's too over the top if it's not going both ways. And it's easy for some people to start believing what your actions feel like they're saying, you're worth more than me. I don't deserve you. You deserve this. The lesson isn't to stop being a giving person, it's to stay aware of what other people are giving back and to not let things get too unbalanced. Yeah, I mean, the earning bribing that feel like it's kind of way of love bombing, or not really, but yeah, sometimes you feel you have to be too much giving to earn the love or whatever, because that's what you learned in your childhood, right? Sometimes it happens. It can happen that your parents trained you so well to be the good girl, to do whatever the most you can to be the basically perfect person, the perfect caretaker, to deserve their love. So you don't need to do that. People can actually love you for you. You don't need to bribe anyone. Please read about self-abandonment and codependency. No is a complete sentence. You have been conditioned to disappear in relationships. Ridiculous to think you ruin people. You have to learn boundaries as they are necessary. As they are necessary for healthy relationships, but you are not awful, just imperfect like the rest of us. Conditioned, she got conditioned in her childhood, and now she's conditioning other people. Yeah, it's just sad. It's crazy actually that most of the times our relationship are so much influenced by what we experienced in childhood. You would not even realize the ways how much it influences us. If you don't like how you have it, you can try to change it later in therapy or buy some self work. I highly recommend it if you're not satisfied, because otherwise it will go very slowly. Then you will see like multiple relationships burned down just because, yeah, you just didn't know how to properly like love yourself first. Okay, here's some little bit more spicy one, but shorter, thankfully. He is 30 male, has a girlfriend 26 female, is extremely angry at me for my past. Can I do anything? I only started having sex at 28. After spending 10 years trying and failing to get it the normal way, I finally paid for it at Amsterdam. 30 times, no less. Wait, 30 times like you paid for it? 30 times? I'm confused. Or do you live in Amsterdam? Or did you during one trip go there 30 times? Well, I guess that's not necessary. I only did it to gain experience so I wouldn't disappoint a woman in bed. I would say it helped. I learned a lot from the experience and I wasn't worried about disappointing my first girlfriend anymore. Yeah, to be honest, I feel like this is like such a kind of unfair situation because, yeah, I mean, women, if they have multiple partners, they're kind of like shamed for their high body count, right? But with men, it's the opposite, and I think women don't really care that much about it, like, oh, it will be your first time. I understand the pressure, but like, I'm not sure if it's good to frame it that, oh, it was just that you don't disappoint your first girlfriend. Like, do you need to do it 30 times for that? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not judging, I'm just like questioning. I kept silent about it and only told one of my friends. Unfortunately, he clearly didn't know how to keep his mouth shut and word got around. Oh no. Yeah, guys, like if you do this, probably don't tell it to anyone if you want to keep it private. If it's something important, just don't talk about it with others. Definitely no trust issues, but yeah, just save yourself, okay? My girlfriend knows somehow, she won't reveal who told her. Well, who could have told her when you told only one friend? All I know is my friend told his brother, and I doubt his brother told her. So it's been going around. Oh no, so it was like a chain? Okay. Girlfriend is very angry with me and she hasn't responded to anything for a week. She even blocked me on Snapchat. Is there anything I can do at this point? Well, I guess like if for a week she didn't talk with you, so I'm not sure if it's a girlfriend anymore. Yeah, the Snapchat I'm gonna ignore. Well, what to say about that? The issue is like, yeah, maybe you could have told her about your past. I mean, if she's your girlfriend and you're for some time already together, I guess tell her. I mean, if she loves you, she wouldn't judge you. I wouldn't judge like person that I love for it. I mean, I wouldn't judge even friend for it. Like, if you feel the need and you don't hurt anyone by that, I feel like, I don't know, like, who is there to judge, you know? Yeah, I mean, it's valid though. Like, some people might not be okay with it. She might have some boundaries and she might have been kind of angry that you didn't share that with her maybe sooner so she could decide, oh, am I fine with this or not? Because there might be people who will not be fine with it, as she's not, like, I guess. I would just honestly communicate my feelings, the situation, explain it, and just leave it be, because you can't make her make her mind. That's just her issue. If she doesn't accept it, well, you know, she wasn't the one for you, right? Because you need someone who will accept you as you are. Oh, let's see what we have. Yeah, of course, she's not your girlfriend anymore. Nope, you can't put that genie back in the bottle. Yeah, you can't. And to be honest, like, this is like normal, not normal. I don't want to, like, how to put it. Bro, you didn't kill anyone, okay? Maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea. Yeah. Yeah, she's not your girlfriend. Stop calling her your girlfriend. 30 times. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. 30 times to gain experience. I think gain experience means OP was finally having sex and was enjoying it. Yeah, he hit level 100 before the final boss. Or first boss, no. There probably isn't anything you can do. There are women who will think it's a big deal and those who don't. Exactly. Yeah, lesson number one. Don't say you did it for your future girlfriends, because you didn't. Not everyone considers sex work ethical, so not everyone is gonna be okay. Yeah, that's valid point. Yeah, it really depends on this. In her place, I would be terrified of STDs. Well, to be honest, like, I'm not sure how it is with STDs. Of course, like, I hope he got tested, but I believe that even the sex workers protect themselves, especially in Amsterdam. If it's like a business there, I hope they protect themselves. I per sex workers and wouldn't judge someone who paid for it, but I definitely would have to pause at 30 times. Like 1 to 5, I feel like, okay, you were young and wanted experience, but 30, that to me is a red flag. How many different professionals was it? What was the time frame? Yeah, I'm also wondering. Why didn't you try dating and forming a relationship? So many questions. 30 times in 2 years is a lot. Okay, it's in 2 years. That's interesting. Yeah, well, there are questions behind that. Like, I think you tried it like few times and was like, okay, this is the easy way and I enjoy it, so I will just go this way. I have no clue. Most women don't want to date a guy who has paid for prostitutes. It shows a lack of morals and willpower. Let's be honest, you didn't do it for a future girlfriend. You did it for the 10-minute ego boost. No girl wants to hear their boyfriend has paid for sex 30 times. Dude, 30 times. No wonder she has blocked you. Most women find this gross. Stop saying you did it to be better for future women. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous, to be honest. First, consider doing this for any women. Like, that's not fair, because their future girlfriend would probably have some empathy with the sex workers. Also, even women will be able to tell, no, you didn't do it, just to be scaled like 30 times. It's gonna be a last one, because we are really getting, it's getting long. Oh my god, the talking. I didn't expect that. If you're still here, props to you. I love you. Like, thank you. Thank you for watching it if you are here. Okay, so let's get to it. 27 female breaking up because boyfriend 30 male is not ready after 6.5 years. My boyfriend, 30 male, and I, 27 female, have been together for 6.5 years and living together for 2 years. I have recently been asking the ring question to the point that he actually bought one. Wow. Okay, I guess that's progress. Well, he has held onto it for some time now, 5 months, and all of a sudden he tells me he's not ready for marriage. I understand the pressure might have gotten to him and he got cold feet. But when I ask him why he isn't ready, he simply says, I don't know. I'm gutted because I thought he was my person, but breaking up might be the only option. Update, we are breaking up. He's telling me he doesn't want to be tied. Oh no. Yeah, that's what I really don't understand with guys like that. What do you mean you don't want to be tied down? You're together already for 6.5 years. You're for 6.5 years in committed relationship. So what does the ring really change? Yeah, okay, you lived together for 2 years. That is not that long, so I don't know if like it wasn't as the guy like thought it will be, but yeah, why just not come up with that? Why not talk about it? Why would you let her hang on like this? That's I think that's the most painful part about this. If you really realize, oh, this is not it, this is not my future, please go say to the person. Just speak up. What else? Like, you don't want them to tell their story to others. It's painful. It's painful to tell it to anyone, probably even to her future boyfriend. Like, anyone can get cold feet. I think he will kind of regret it maybe later. Or also, what might happen is what I also read in many stories that the next girl that will come, he will marry her in 3 months of relationship. And to be honest, I feel like that's also bullshit because you knew so soon. So why did you why did you take along the previous girlfriend? Why did you take her along like for 6.5 years? Why would you do it to her? You knew she wants to get married and you didn't. So it's time to face it. So yeah, but I mean, finally he came up with it. I'm happy at least something. And yeah, she's 27. It's like still fine. She has still a lot of time to find someone who will be ready. Let's check the comments. I know a woman that dated her boyfriend for 10 years. She gave him an ultimatum and they broke up. He was engaged and married within 4 months to someone else. Yeah, that's literally what I was talking to about. It's not like, what is this? He told her he didn't want to get married, but turned out he just didn't want to marry her. Yeah, this is the most painful shit. I mean, if you already in 4 months want to get married to someone else, I start to doubt if you didn't know them even during that relationship. This is super common. This is just sad. If he wanted to, he would. That's the only advice OP needs to. Yeah, I mean, if you need to bring it up many times and you see the other person is not really interested, I think that's a sign on its own. It's difficult, right, to face that. It's been 6.5 years. If he's not ready now, he will never be. I had to learn this the hard way after 8 years. Bro, 8 years, that's crazy. He's 30, he knows. If he's not going to marry you after 6 years, he's not going to marry you ever. Valid. Yeah, marriage is kinda a hell yes or hell no type of thing. Yeah, you shouldn't go to marriage if you are not 100% sure I want to do this, right? The probability it will last is not high by itself, right? And I'm happy that they called it off, better than to just then divorce after 2 years or something. And you in 2 months, you will know when you have someone that you don't ever have to. Okay, that's interesting. Like I saw some some videos and things how men are already know after month, after weeks. I mean, for me it feels like quite short time, but yeah, I guess their brain just works differently. Tell me if there's some guys in the comments, how long do you think you need to know that the woman is it? You will want to marry her. He thinks he can do better, dump him. Sometimes people believe, yeah, I can do better, so they don't want to get tied down because they're waiting for the better person to walk in. Bro, this is so depressing. No wonder first, not so many people want to get married. If they do, they get divorced. I guess I'm at the wrong internet place to get something good. Let's see, is here something? Finally, hopefully last one. So let's go. I, 30 female, found out that I was his 32 male second choice. For context, I got back together with my ex last November. We were together for 5 months in 2022 but broke up amicably because he went abroad on sabbatical. I missed him relentlessly in the time we were apart, even though I did every healthy thing one could do to move forward. I initiated us meeting again last June because I needed to know whether he wanted to give us a shot. He did, and we gradually got back together in November. We have been extremely happy and he's expressed serious intentions for us. But I recently learned that when we were talking again around July, he was pursuing someone else. They had met during his sabbatical, and although she had a boyfriend and lived in a different country, he told her that if she was ever single, she should reach out because he felt very strongly for her. It was very evident that had she been available, willing to leave her boyfriend, that my boyfriend would have chosen her. It's a heartbreaking realization because he was always my number one. How do I move forward knowing I'm his second choice? Well, this one is definitely tough. First, I don't know why, but this woman is giving me a little bit anxious attachment. Yeah, basically he left and that she couldn't get over him. Already if he leaves for how long was it? Yeah, I don't know, she doesn't say exact time, for how long was he gone, but I mean, if he really loved you, were dating only for 5 months, that's still the honeymoon phase, or the pink glasses phase, let's say. He would not plan something like this to go abroad without you. He would think of ways how to take you, or he would at least try to keep it long distance. But I understand, I guess, for whatever reason, you just hang on him and was thinking of him. That's what I really don't understand, and I notice with a lot of people do is that they have basically multiple choices, and if the first choice doesn't work out, they go for the second or even third choice. Don't you just feel bad for the other choices? If you know that if the first person would say yes to you, don't you feel bad for the others? You put someone else on the pedestal and not the person that you ended up with in the end. It just seems like you just are together with someone just not to be lonely or something. I notice people doing that, but I don't think it's really fair, or maybe you should be honest about it. But yeah, then it's terrible when you find out from someone else, you were my second choice or whatever, I actually would like someone else better. I mean, it can change, right? If she says they're now very happy and it's going well, then it should have stayed secret, shouldn't have gone to the surface. But of course it did, and now we have one woman who is half heartbroken. I don't know, she was finally happy, she got her fairy tale and something showed up. I hope that the man kind of stands up to it, a man, and will try to deal with it somehow. And the important thing is that hopefully she will be happy in the end. Let's check the comments. Shoot it to him straight. Ask if its her name were to become single and wanted to give you two a shot. Would you get together with her? Why or why not? Don't accept non-committal answers. It's a simple yes or no, then the explanation. Good point. Yeah, ask honestly. Honesty is the only thing that can kind of get you out of this, right? Have honest conversation. If you find out this, he would still give it a shot, well, you got your answer. If she ever becomes available and hits him up, will he cheat, leave you? But also, you might have been his second choice then, but first choice now. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It can change. I saw it change with people because, yeah, you spend some time together, you find out, oh, I'm happy with this person. I mean, it's not the best beginning, right? But this is the real world and often things don't go as we plan. So yeah, you will need to talk to him. So talk. Other comments are kind of similar to what we said. So yeah, guys, this is the last post we did today. Let me know if you enjoyed this. If you would like to check out also other posts or other subreddits, let me know in the comments what topics interest you. You can see that relationships, I can talk about them infinitely, to be honest. I have a lot of advice that no one asked for. So yeah, have a beautiful night, beautiful day, and see you next time, hopefully. Bye!